Alright, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have a very special treat for you. We're going to juice guavas. So guavas are a tropical or subtropical fruit, and I had a customer write in and say, hey John, how does the Omega Vert juicer do with guavas? Because I have a video on how it juices fruits fairly well and fairly better than most other juicers out there. That being said, I'm not a big fan of juicing fruits, so I recommend you blend your fruits or eat them whole and not juice them. But in the case of guavas, they're so delicious, and as a child we'd go over Hawaii a lot, and the smell of guava juice, oh, it's just so delicious. So first, let's go ahead and talk about guavas. These guavas I got here are from Mexico. Unfortunately, they're not from my tree. I have a guava tree right here, as you can see, and the guavas aren't quite ripe yet. They're still getting bigger. This is a lemon guava tree, but there's many varieties of guava trees. This is lemon guava, cream guava. Let's see, they have strawberry guavas, pink guavas, and in Hawaii they grow like weeds, literally. It's very important when you pick guavas to juice, you want to get ones that are nice and firm. If you get them too soft, they're just really going to make a mess in the juicer. The juicer needs firm produce to be juiced optimally. So these are fairly firm guavas. These are from a Mexican market. Let's see, there's a lot when we were selecting them out that were yellow and green, so we selected most of the ones that were yellow, which are more ripe but not too soft. So literally all we're going to do now is we're going to cut these guavas in half, and you can see inside these guavas have lots of seeds, and when you're eating the guava, the seeds just really don't chew up. They come out whole and they're kind of a pain, and that's why people don't like to eat guavas too much, because of the seeds. So we're going to juice that, and we're going to make a guava juice. In my opinion, what's going to happen is we're going to get a guava nectar. This is going to be really thick because this is pretty thick stuff, and as a child I'd get the guava juices in the cans, and they would be more like they would actually be called guava nectar, not guava juice. So we're simply cutting these in half. You can see all the seeds. So I'm finished cutting all the guavas in half. You can see they're very, very seedy. And let's go ahead and turn on the Omega Vert juicer. The Omega Vert juicer runs at a low, under 100 RPM, actually around 80 RPM, relatively quiet. We're gonna just take halves of guavas and just let them go in the juicer. And as you can hear, the juicer grind up all those seeds. And once it grinds up one, we're just gonna go ahead and put another one in. And there you go. That's the juicer working, and you can see the pulp coming out there, and we're getting some guava nectar out, and it's really thick. So in this instance, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a pitcher of water to pour some water through the machine to help it get all that guava nectar out, because it's just so thick. And this is similar to what would happen if you're juicing something like a banana. A banana, in my opinion, should just not be juiced, plain and simple. It's better blended. And in my situation, I would probably say guavas are probably better blended too. You can see this coming out really thick, but actually it has no seeds in it, which is really good. So I just have a pitcher of water here, and we're just going to slowly pour in some water into the juicer, and this will help it work the pulp and the juice or the nectar through. As you can see, this is coming out very, very thick. And this is to be expected because the guava is not necessarily a fruit that can be juiced too easily. So the water's getting poured through and it's coming out a little bit thinner, but we probably should have started a little bit earlier because the inside of the juicer is still clogged up really with the guava fruit pulp. We're just going to go ahead and pour a little bit more water in there and put some more fruit in. You can't add water when you're juicing any fruit and vegetable in the Omega Vert juicer to help it push that pulp and the juice through the machine. As you can see now, it's working a lot better. So it's very important in the Omega Vert juicer to add a little bit of fruit and a little bit of water and just kind of wait for it to process. As you can see, we're just letting the juice come out, or the nectar come out more appropriately. It's nice and thick. And you can see there's no seeds in this juice, which is simply amazing. The best part of the guava is the fruit itself and not the seeds. And the Omega Vert juicer allows you to separate the seeds from the delicious pulp. So once again, put a little bit of fruit in and pour some water in so that it comes out really easily. I'm hardly pouring any water in. I started with about 3 cups of water and I'm down to 2 cups now. So I've really only poured in like a total of cup of water. So you just need to put a little bit of fruit in and just a little bit of water to help it move that pulp through the machine. So here's the last 2 pieces of guava we're gonna go ahead and put in the machine. We're gonna go ahead and drop this in and show you the machine literally just grinding it up. And there it is. You can hear the machine grind up all the seeds. And we're gonna once again pour in a little bit of water to help it move that pulp through. And here we go again. We're gonna put this last piece of fruit through the machine and check it out. Just chunks it off and swallows it in there and extracts all that liquid juice nectar from the guava. Oh, I can't wait to drink it. It's gonna be oh so good. So we're gonna go ahead and pour a little bit more water in there to help it move that pulp through the machine. And there it is. It's still finishing up. As you can see, it's very important with the Omega Vert juicer to allow it to run after you put in that last piece of produce. Sometimes about a minute, because it does take a little bit of time for the juicer to work and basically push out all that juice. And in this case, we have a nice guava nectar, nice and thick. And if we take a look on this side, man, take a look at this pulp. Literally all we're getting out of the machine is just the seed pulp. The Omega Vert juicer is amazingly efficient at doing this, but that being said, you know, we didn't get necessarily a juice. This is pretty much a nectar. It's really thick. Let's go ahead and switch these over here. And we're gonna go ahead and stir this up, and let's see how thick it is. So now we're just stirring up the guava juice, and now this is really a thick nectar. You can take a look at that. It's really thick. It's not necessarily like a juice. But the Omega Vert juicer was successful at making a nice guava nectar. Can't wait to drink this. It will bring me back to my childhood memories of going to Hawaii, drinking pink guava juice. Definitely good. So if you want to juice guavas, the Omega Vert did a good job for juicing guavas. But that being said, no other juicer is going to even come close to doing this kind of job on guavas, because guavas are almost like a banana in consistency, where they're just so soft. They're really not meant to be juiced. And, you know, I had to add the water to help it work out better. This guava juice tastes fine, really nectary, a little bit gritty, you know, but it's still definitely good stuff. I can't wait to be in Hawaii next time to eat fresh guavas off the tree. These ones weren't quite as ripe as I'd like, so the guava nectar is not quite as sweet as I'd like. So this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.